Hello and welcome to the Little Blessed Homeschool YouTube channel. My name is Jenna and I am a homeschool mom to two girls, Lily who is 9 and Lucy who is 4. We have been homeschooling for 2 years. We are going into our 3rd year with this upcoming new school year. And, I'm really excited for this year because I feel like we finally have all of the kinks ironed out. I have great curriculum choices that we've chosen this year. I'm just really excited for this year. I feel like we finally found our groove within the homeschooling world and the homeschooling community. We have tons of homeschooling friends now, and I just feel like this year is just going to be an amazing year. So in today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about how I prep for the new school year. So normally we start after Labor Day, but this year our co-op is actually starting August 18th. So that's technically going to be our first day of school, but we will not do lessons at home really until after Labor Day. The last 2 weeks of August, we're going to do light stuff. Like my daughters have some summer reading that they still need to get done. So we might do it in those 2 weeks, and then they might have a couple other things. And we might just spend the day kind of painting. My daughters love to paint. They love to do arts and crafts. So we might just do stuff like that the first 2 weeks. And we're only going to do school at home those first 2 weeks for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then our co-op is on Thursday. And then we won't do anything on Friday. And that's just kind of to ease us into the school year. Instead of, setting a start date and just bam, we put all of the lessons, today is just like, we're just starting school. And I did that in the past, and I feel like, it's kind of a drag to just like all of a sudden, oh, we've got school now and we've got all these lessons to do. I feel like maybe easing more into it will be an easier transition. So how I prepare for the new school year is, first of all, we don't generally get a lot of school supplies. I do need to get a few more things this year. I need to get some new markers because ours are kind of old and stuff. And I also need to get some more dry erase markers because I actually was using them the other day and they're pretty dull. So we are going to get a couple more of that, but I don't really buy a lot of homeschool supplies. I tend to feel like some stores have deals, but I tend to buy them after like the traditional school is fully in session and they take away the back to school stuff, or it's like the end of the back to school sale and they start marking things down that it's out there. That's when I buy. I don't generally do it right when everyone else is buying when I do it, but that is how I do that. And then I'm gonna turn the camera for a second to kind of show you if I can get it over there. So this is our little homeschool corner, I guess you would say. We put this in. This did not come with the house. It was actually in my mom's house when she moved to North Carolina, and she didn't like them. So she took them out and asked me if I wanted them. We have one in here and we have one in my husband's office, which used to be our dining room. And that is where all of our stuff goes. And what I do is usually starting in about a week, I will go through that and clean it out and get everything all prepared for the new school year. I'll get our, you can see I have posters behind me. We actually homeschool in the kitchen because we started our homeschool journey during COVID, and so I kind of we did virtual learning for the rest of 1st grade, but I ended up pulling my daughter early because it was not working, and decided I was going to homeschool. And so we didn't really have a curriculum because there was only like a month left of school, and so we just did basic like reading and stuff. And we were originally in the dining room. And then my husband's office sent everyone home. And at first my husband was working at this tiny little desk in our bedroom. But he is an engineering technician and he works on like multiple computer screens. And he designs, to be honest, I think it's like substations. I'm not 100% sure. He designs something with power and energy related. And he needs multiple computer screens. So we ended up having to put up some walls and move him into So when my husband got sent back home from work, his office sent him back home. We actually put up some walls in our dining room and closed it in and put a door and made him an office. And that's where we had originally started doing our homeschool, but unfortunately, because he had to have a bigger office, he could not work in this little desk in our bedroom anymore. We lost our homeschool room. So we homeschool in our kitchen. And it's actually, I mean, it's not really ideal. It's kind of hard sometimes because there's, going in and out and stuff of the kitchen. Our eventual goal is we have a garage that's detached from our house, and I actually run my own business. I have a soy candle and skincare business, and I run that out of the room that is above our garage. Well, we don't really use the bottom part of the garage for any cars because it's not attached to our driveway. It's actually like behind our house, and there's no way to really get a car in there. So eventually our goal is to attach the garage to the house and turn it into livable space where we will then do our homeschool. But that's expensive, costs a lot of money. It's in our 5-year plan. I would really, honestly, I'd really like to have it done by the time my oldest hits middle school, because then my youngest will be hitting first grade, and it would just be so much better than homeschooling in our kitchen. But I don't see that happening in the next 2 years. We've had contractors out to give us quotes on doing it, and it's not cheap. And especially since there's no bathroom out there, if we attach it to the house, the bathroom is in the house, but we have to figure out a way to and it's not cheap. And so that is in our 5-year goal. I wish it was 2, but it's probably in our 5 years. So anyway, back to how I prepare for the new school year. So another thing that I do is I always get a planner. I am a huge planner. I plan out everything with our homeschool. I didn't do that the first year, and I found out that it made the year not go smoothly at all. So then the next year I was which was last year, I started planning out the month. So I'd plan out the whole month. And then we'd get, from our homeschool group, we'd get a phone call. Hey, we're going to a field trip today. Want to come? And I'd have to make a lot of scribble marks. So now I only schedule the week of. And I usually schedule either Friday once we're done with our lessons. I schedule for the next week, or I do it Sunday evening, either before dinner or after dinner. And I just sit down and I schedule out the whole week of lessons. It's much easier to cross out one day, move it to the next day of one week, instead of having to oh man, we didn't get the lessons done on Wednesday, so we're going to do them Thursday. And then it's like a snowball effect. But it's easier if it's just you plan out 1 week at a time. That's what I found out. Most of the time I've got my planners off of Amazon. However, I haven't really been a huge fan of a lot of those planners. So this year I made my own planner, and I just put it in a notebook, and it's a flimsy one, and I like these ones, or you can put it in a hard one. You can do what you want, but it is a homeschool planner. Let's see, that's just the front page of it. I have already started working on it, but I use the homeschool attendance record sheet that they actually have on the website of my state, which is this right here. But I actually made one that goes with this planner as well. I made it after I already put this one in here, so I don't use it, but I do use this one. But I am going to use that other one next time, because I already started this one, so we'll just go with that. But if we look here, so each one of these planners comes with a lot of different pages, and there's one that says important dates is one, and then we have I haven't filled those out yet. I have a page so that you can do a daily planner, and you can plan out each one of your days if you want. And the nice thing about this planner is it's completely digital, so I print whatever I want, and what I don't want I don't use. But some people like to use different things. So then I also have a blank monthly planner that is a blank month that you can fill in yourself. And then I also have a sheet for lesson planning. If you want to plan lessons, every single lesson that you do, if you want to plan it out like that far in, like that in depth, I don't do that. I don't use the lesson plan, but I did make one just in case other people would like to do that. So the calendar that I made, and I actually sell in my Etsy shop, which I will link that shop in the description if you are interested in the planner. But you can get a planner anywhere. You can get them on Amazon. The planners I've seen in like Target and Walmart don't cater towards homeschooling as much. There is a couple on Amazon, but they don't cater as much to homeschooling as I would like. So that is why I made my own. And I do sell this calendar, this planner online for $7.99. It's a digital download, and you can print off as many pages or as little as you want. Or you can just say print off. So like, I do have dated calendars. I've already started putting stickers and writing on mine, but I have from August 22 to July of 23 already dated, ready to go. And so you could just go month by month and print them out. And then I am going to be using this weekly planner sheet that breaks it out by subject and then day of the week. But I also, which I decided I am going to use for Lucy, because it'll just be easier for her, because hers isn't in depth. Like, she doesn't have subjects. She just has one lesson that she does every other day. So it's not as if I need to do the different subjects. So I use this one for her, which just has little blocks. And this one will be for Lucy. And I'll just write on Monday what we're doing on Monday. And like I said, I have them dated, you know, all of them dated. I've already started filling mine in, if you can see. I got the stickers also off of Amazon. And that is pretty much the gist of the planner. If you want to see what the full planner looks like I said, I will link that in the description down below. And you can see what that description or what the planners are. I actually have a monthly planner that isn't geared towards homeschool. I have just a lesson planner that is just for lesson planning, and then I also have 2 different homeschool planners that each are just a different design, but they pretty much have the same pages in them. I also have a to-do list that you could do for which is actually after each month there is a to-do list, which I did not show you. That's basically for you could do it for the day, for the week, for the month. But like I said, these are digital downloads, and you'll get a copy, a PDF of each page, and you can print off as many as you'd like or as little as you'd like. And I have different designs as well. So I usually put my planner together a couple weeks before the school year starts. And I don't plan out. The only thing I know for a fact is fall break. We always take the week of Thanksgiving off. And then I call it winter break. We always take off the 2 weeks surrounding Christmas and New Year's. But our spring break is always up in the air. It really honestly depends. And I usually don't even schedule that until it gets closer. And I'm like, well, do we want to go anywhere this year? Or do we just want to take the week off and just stay home? And if we're going to go somewhere, then I plan that first. And then I'm like, okay, so I planned it for this week. This will be our spring break. So spring break is always just, you know, never really planned. The only 2 that I plan for sure is the week of Thanksgiving and then around Christmas and New Year's. Those are the 2 that are always planned. And then we plan like days off here and there throughout the year. And those are always like, oh, man, we're feeling kind of down today. Let's just take the day off. And then I just pencil it in and we took the day off, stuff like that. So that is how I prepare for the new school year. I make sure that the room is all done, which is really just our kitchen. I make sure that everything's organized. I get my planner out. I plan everything out and we go from there. So thank you so much for watching. I will have some more videos coming up on curriculum choices. I'm going to do a little recap. I'm going to do some changes that we're making this year, some other videos that are going to be coming up in the next couple of days to prepare for the new school year. So once again, thanks for watching. If you like my stuff, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to follow our homeschool journey, you can follow us on Instagram, and that is at Little Blessed Homeschool. And again, I'll link all of this in the description if you're interested. So thanks for watching.